I believe that college athletes should be paid. These athletes are the reason the NCAA is where they are today. They're a $1 billion industry. It's amazing how these kids contribute to this industry but see zero amount of money back to themselves when they are the main contributors to this program. Now, only two sports have contributed major revenue to the NCAA, which is college basketball and college football. Now, both of those sports got massive TV deals, which also helped the NCAA become the industry that it is today, which has raised the questions of why can't these kids be paid? Turner Sports took the basketball side of the deal. Their deal consists of $10.8 billion till 2024, but they extended that deal till 2032 only for $8.8 billion. ESPN took the football side of the deal. It was a 12-year deal from 2014 till 2025 for $5.64 billion, which is $407 million annually. The NCAA claims that they technically pay these students by giving them a free education. But what about the part that they don't tell you? They don't pay for room and board. They don't pay for meal programs, which is very expensive in a Division I college or any college. These students work countless hours, and they work double the hours than your average college student. Being a student athlete is like having 2 full-time jobs, I believe. Now imagine working 2 full-time jobs for free. No one's going to like that at all. But there is a financial struggle in all this. It starts with students. Many of these students come from poverty areas, and they come to better themselves, to better the families. No one should be working these 2 full-time jobs for free. It is ridiculous. Now, many of these kids do attend these colleges on these scholarships, but we have seen that they only eat up to 1 meal a day because they either don't have time or they don't have money. But business is business in the NCAA. Michigan, Texas, and Ohio State are the top 3 schools in revenue in the NCAA in Division I programming. Texas leads the way with $163.3 million in revenue. It's amazing how these colleges also make more money for themselves with endorsement deals with Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, Reebok, whatever the sponsor may be. That's more money that the colleges make. They also advertise the kids. That's the other side of the student athlete that people might not see, is the business side and marketing for the kids, which they also see 0% of the revenue that is made off of them. Now, the students aren't allowed to receive any money because the NCAA says they can't. It's in the rules. So in recent years, or in past years as well, there has been NCAA scandals when it comes to money. The most famous one that many people might know is the Fab Five one with Chris Webber. Chris Webber was part of the Michigan men's basketball team, and he received $38,200 from Ed Martin in the 90s. The NCAA decided to ban Chris Webber from Michigan for 10 years, and they stripped them of their national championship. USC also paid agents to pay 2 of their superstars in football, one in Reggie Bush, and in basketball with O.J. Mayo. Reggie Bush won a national championship for the team in 2005, which was vacated. And also, the school lost 30 scholarships. They also had to face postseason bans for that season for basketball and football. One of the most biggest scandals with paying students was SMU. In 1988, SMU came down with paying their football players to play for them. The NCAA found out and gave them the so-called death penalty by forfeiting all of their 1987 season, having to give up all of their home games for the 1988 season, which they decided to just cancel, And in those 2 years, SMU lost $25 million in revenue. So if these kids bring in tremendous amount of money, there has to be some sort of income that they can receive while being in school. And I believe there is. So there's a simple method I believe that we could try for a good 5 years and see how that works with a college student. I think that there's 3 divisions. Division 1 being the best, Division 2 you're in the mid-level, Division 3 you're in the bottom. I believe that Division 3 should be getting paid $7.25 for the amount of 40 hours, while Division 2 makes $7.50 and Division 1 makes $8. Yes, everything is increasing as in price-wise, but this is a foundation that we can start on. And I believe that this would work. They're technically working a second full-time job, so just give them $8 an hour for 40 hours, have them direct deposit to their student cards, and there we go. They're getting reimbursed. I believe that having this some income will take away of the illegal part of the business, having money to give to players so they can survive. Now, also, this would give them some money to at least go watch a movie, go to eat with their teammates, take out one of their girlfriends or boyfriends, whatever the case may be. It would give them that option. Now, the NCAA likes to be in control of these kids, believe it or not. It's pathetic. It's ridiculous. They have so many rules to the kids. One of the recent rules that I recently found out was the national championship. Virginia's point guard, Kyle Guy, was going to have his wedding that weekend. The NCAA brought up this rule. I didn't even know it was a rule where he wasn't allowed to do that. So he had to hold off his wedding because of the NCAA. Pretty pathetic, I believe. Parents trust these colleges to take in their kids to make them a better person, a better man, a better lady, to make them survive in this world we call life. But the NCAA does the total opposite. There's so much money, but these kids can't get paid? Why not? Coaches get paid close to $100,000 a year, and that's not including bonuses for winning conference championships, making it to big tournaments, whatever the case may be. So there's money to go around. Finally, I believe these kids should be paid. They're contributing millions and millions of dollars to these colleges. Them not being able to see a single penny of what they contribute to is just wrong. It's like taking part in a group activity, not doing the work at all, and getting a full grade, like if you participated. Plenty of student athletes are full-time college students and full-time athletes. And some of them even go work a part-time job afterwards. Their days will begin at 5 a.m. and will finish at 11 p.m. just to wake up and do it again. It's not really fair to your other college students that are just full-time and that don't contribute to bringing revenue to the college. Now, there's also extra time that we're not taking into consideration from study hall, meetings, film, that these student athletes have to go and attend that takes up more of their time. For some of these kids, these 4 years will be the greatest time of their lives. So why are we out there treating them as slaves? Pay the kids.